Today, it's a special edition of Change of Heart, starting with a look back at some of our favorite moments.
For the first time, a change of heart boyfriend utters those two big words.
She's fat.
He's cheap. Liar.
Bisexual.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Stacey this, Stacey that, Stacey this, Stacey that.
He told you about
When she kisses her fella, she needs an umbrella.
He's slobber.
Sonny says Corbett has a problem.
He can't talk with his own mouth. He's got to use his hand. Oh, here's Sonny to sing.
Johanna's ready to walk because of Darren's pillow talk.
He's like, am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? Does it feel good? And I'm just like, shut up and do it already.
Her boyfriend has a master plan.
I'm here. I need it. We're done. Let's go to bed.
It's like a scene right out of Baywatch.
Now, will they stop looking for greener pastures?
I can't compare to everyone in this whole entire earth.
Will she be a survivor of his saliva? Will Trevor overcome her affection rejection?
Every time I bring it up, I get, shot down.
Will she keep talking to the hand?
You made me so angry.
Will these two? Will they say stay?
I'm saying,
What are you saying?
Or will they have a change of heart?
Welcome to the third season of Change of Heart. I'm Chris Jagger, and this is a special update episode. Now, in the past 2 years we've been on the air, we've met over 350 couples who've aired their differences and risked their relationship for a date. We've played matchmaker and mediator, but ultimately the decision has always been theirs to stay together or have a change of heart. Well, you've emailed us, you've called us and sent letters asking where your favorite couples are, and today we have answers for you. And where do you hear some of their stories? Now, to set the stage, I actually wanted to show you where the drama unfolds. We call this the stay or change chair. And for those of you at home, this is where we bring each half of the couple to make their final decision during that last commercial break. And then we send them back on stage. Now, one decision I know you remembered was Sergio's. His girlfriend's name was Rainey, and none of us have ever forgotten the look on her face.
You know, I had a really good time with Adrian, and it was nice to go out with someone and see what I really have, but I just am not down with my girlfriend kissing someone for 25 minutes 2 times. Not cool.
So you say, change of heart. And Adrian, that works for you? He's okay with that then? Easy. Now, Rainey. Well, that was rough for her, but you're not going to believe what's happened with them since the show. So let's head out to the stage and find out. And by the way, this is where the dates actually stand before they hit the stage. And obviously, this is where you see the date for the first time. There's our audience. Hi, guys. Welcome to Change of Heart. And Rainey, welcome back. Good to see you. Thank you. Now, Rainey, I got to ask you, because I know that was tough. Why was it such a devastating blow when Sergio did what he did?
Well, I thought that we were going to move in together. Ooh. And I thought that him going out on that date he would realize how much he really loved me.
Mm-hmm. So, Rainey, when he pulls up that cart Change of Heart, what was going through your head right then?
I was in complete and total shock.
Devastated.
I could not believe that he broke up with me on national television.
Now, well, Rainey, one of the things Sergio did say, though, he said it was because you kissed your date for 25 minutes. So you knew that. So did you blame yourself afterwards?
Yeah, I screwed up. I think he was testing me, and I failed the test. We had talked about kissing our dates before, and we both said it was cool. Mm-hmm. And I knew for sure he was going to kiss his date. So I kissed mine.
Yeah, but for quite a while. Yeah. That was part of the problems. Well, Sergio's here, too, so let's hear from him. Sergio, come on out. Sergio, good to see you again. Have a seat. Now, before we do anything else, let's remind the audience of that fateful kiss that Rainey's been talking about. Let's take a look.
I couldn't wait any longer, so I just reached over and planted one right on.
So then she came. And Rainey, you didn't mind that it was public displays of affection, obviously.
I don't know. His lips were so soft, and they were so unexpected, and I don't know. It was like a total rush that he was being publicly affectionate, and I wasn't supposed to be doing it.
And you liked it.
Wow. Sergio, now when you were hearing that for the first time on that show, what were you thinking?
That was the moment that I knew that I was going to have a change of heart.
Now, Sergio, Rainey said, though, that you guys had both agreed, actually, that you could kiss your date. So why did you have to get so upset?
Because I never thought that she would go ahead and go through with it. Now, I did like my date. She was beautiful. She was everything I'd ever wanted. But I had a girlfriend, and it was just unbelievable for me to hear her kissing this guy after we'd been together for 8 months.
Right. Now, Sergio, what happened with you and your date?
Unfortunately, we lost contact. She went for a family reunion, and she did call me one time, and my roommates did not get the phone number. And
Now, Rainey, this had to be a little uncomfortable, so how long was it before the two of you actually talked after that show?
It was about 2 weeks. But then we decided that we had to get together and hash this thing out and talk about what happened on the show.
That had to be weird, though, Sergio. I mean, what was that like when you guys first sat down and talked?
well, I was really pissed off. I mean,
And we can understand.
but after talking, I realized that she was the one, and it all worked out.
Now, let me go back to the show for a second, because there was something else that was a huge disagreement that you guys had on that show. Let's take a look. Are you hearing her?
I think that
I hear her.
it's time to live together.
It's not time to
Yes,
live together.
it is. It's time.
Why
You
do
are
we
not-
have to live together?
He is
I'm
not
22.
interested.
You're 23 years old. Why do we have to live together
Because
now?
there comes a point in a relationship where you have to find out on an intimate level if you're the one for me and I'm the one for you.
Now, see, Rainey, you guys are totally divided on this issue. The audience isn't going to believe what's happened afterwards. Now, you got to tell them.
We live together now.
See that? How about that? Sergio, I don't know how this worked out for you, but you were so adamant about not having that happen.
It just kind of worked out. We talked, and it's been the best thing that I've ever done.
Oh, really? Wow. Well, Rainey, Sergio, thanks so much for coming back, and hopefully, everything is going to work out fine, and keep us posted, would you please?
Yeah.
All right, very nice. Now, coming up next, it's a change of heart update with a soap opera-like twist. You're going to find out how one couple and one of their dates is now living in a really unusual love triangle. Welcome back to Change of Heart. Today we're catching up with past guests. Now, as you know, a lot of our couples do have a change of heart, and some of these new relationships, they sort of take on the life of their own. In fact, you remember the couple Andrea and Scott?
Oh my gosh, Scott is such a pervert. He wants me to be like Sharon Stone in Basic Instinct. He keeps telling me before we leave the house, take off the bra, lose the panties. We can't walk through Central Park without him trying to get me behind a bush.
Well, there you go. Andrea and Scott both had dates they enjoyed. Andrea engaged in some passionate kissing, but Scott's date was pretty tantalizing as well.
And Katie, what was it that was intriguing about Scott?
Well, first thing I noticed was the eyes. He has very, very beautiful eyes. And I noticed his tongue ring, and I always heard stories.
Katie, you don't know the
stories
half.
are true.
You don't know the half of it.
And Andrea, are those tongue ring stories true?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely. She better not know.
Well, Scott did in fact have a change of heart with Andrea, so he could go out again with Katie.
What do you say?
Well, I found an instant connection with Katie, so I think I'm gonna have a change of heart.
Scott says change of heart.
Well, their update is one of the most unusual we've ever had, and here they are. Please welcome Scott and Andrea. Hi, guys. Welcome back to Change of Heart. Good to see you. Have a seat. Now, Andrea, tell us what you hoped to gain when you were on the show the first time.
Well, Scott and I met in college, so I was hoping that as we were maturing, maybe our relationship would mature, but it didn't, so I brought him here to figure out things.
All right, Scott, what about right after that taping, though? What was the tension like?
Well, it was kind of weird. We really didn't know how to act, so we just kind of stayed away from each other.
Now, Scott, you did go out with Katie again afterwards, after that taping?
Yeah, right when we got back to New York, we actually had dinner, and it was a good time.
So you were having fun. But what about with Andrea? How do you then reestablish that whole connection?
Well, on New Year's, Katie and I were actually having a New Year's Eve party, so we decided to invite Andrea, and they all talked, and it was pretty cool.
Now, Andrea, was that kind of odd? You're going to this party and she's there?
I was so nervous at first,
Right.
but Scott must have a good way of keeping in touch with his exes, because I was there, another ex was there, Katie was there, so we just watched him juggle the three of us.
That must have been quite a party.
was really
Now, Scott, what about the new relationship with Katie? I mean, was that thing sizzling from the get-go or not?
Well, it took a couple months because we didn't get to see each other much, and then we decided to get things going a little bit better, so it got really good.
All right, well, that's good. Now, let's actually meet the third person in this story, so come on out, Katie. Hi, Katie. Welcome back. Have a seat. Now, Katie, when you were on the show, how did you feel when that change of heart card came up?
Oh, I thought it was great.
You were all about that.
Yeah, definitely. I was hoping that he would because we really connected on the first date. So.
Right. Now, Scott, what about the difference in the relationship with Katie compared to Andrea now?
Well, Katie and I get along a little bit better because our personalities don't conflict as much as Andrea's and mine.
Right, which is one of the problems.
Yeah.
Now, Katie, what about when you were with Andrea at that party? Did you guys have some kind of connection going?
Well, I think she realized I wasn't the boyfriend stealing hussy she thought I was.
Well, that's good.
So true. We had a good time.
Yeah.
We definitely partied. We had fun.
So you're still friends now?
We became very dear.
We hang out a lot. It's cool.
Right. So we actually have some pictures from the party that you guys brought. So let's take a look at those. There you are, hanging out, partying together.
Yeah, at this.
All right, next one, there's Happy New Year's. There you guys hugging, looking all chummy. Now, Katie, I understand the bond between you and Scott is even stronger now, right?
Yeah, well, we live together now.
You guys moved in. Wow, that's a big step.
It was very scary at first, but things are working really good.
Now, Andrea, what about you? You used to go out with them. Do you think they make a good couple?
They made me really nauseous at first because they're all lovey-dovey, but they're really cute now. I'm really, really excited for them, and they really work well together.
So you give them a thumbs up. Well, that's good. And Andrea, what about you, your dating situation?
I'm dating somebody now. I've been dating for about a month. Things are going really well. I'm really happy with them.
Well, that's good to hear. We have a picture of him. There he is. Yeah. Well, hopefully none of you are going to be back on this show again, that's for sure. Keep us posted on how everything is going, though, would you please? All right, thanks so much for being here. Coming up, we're going to hear from someone who none of us here could ever forget. Her name is Bonnie, and let's just say that she was really, really mad at her boyfriend, Jason.
I can't even look at him right now that he made out with some other girl.
Those details next, so hang on. Welcome back. Today we're catching up with all your favorite guests from our past shows. Now, Bonnie and Jason were another memorable couple, and it seemed Jason got into a little too much trouble on his date with Leah.
There were so many moments in the night where it seemed like he was gonna kiss me or like I was gonna kiss him, but then we didn't, so finally I couldn't take it anymore, and I just said, let me make this easy on you, and I kissed him.
Oh, yeah. Well, at the end of the show, Jason realized just how much Bonnie meant to him and that he wanted to stay, but turns out at that point, Bonnie wasn't a happy camper.
Now, Bonnie, the only thing different is that you don't have a card on your lap, but we do have these 2 cookies that Joe made for you. We want you to make your decision, and we want you to actually pick one of the cookies that stands for your decision. Will it be stay or will it be change?
Well, I know what it was going to be, but I can't even look at him right now that he made out with some other girl. Therefore...
You say?
Well, we've tracked Bonnie down to see how she's doing after that fateful bite, and she says now she has something much better to chew on. Where do you hear that?
Hey Chris, hey everybody, it's me, Bonnie. Just thought I'd give you a quick little update on my life since Change of Heart. As you know, when I was on the show, I completely got my heart crushed, ripped to shreds, stomped upon when I found out that my boyfriend Jason had kissed his date. It was awful. So had to have a change of heart. But nothing did happen with me and my date Joe. He's a great guy, but we just didn't really click. And I actually got back with Jason. He said he realized how much he loved me for being on the show. And we tried to make it work again. But had to have another change of heart. But now I am doing well and dating someone else. And he treats me good. And we have a lot of fun. So I miss you guys. Thanks for checking up on me. And mwah.
There you go. All right, Bonnie, thanks for the update and good luck with your new man. Now, let's move on to another couple. It's Latidra and Coy. Now, Latidra had told Coy that she was celibate, but he didn't believe her and thought she was sneaking around on the side.
We know you're having some anxiety and you're about to burst. Do you think she's feeling that same way too?
Yes, because she's still having sex with her ex.
That's what you think or that's what you know?
No, I have a good source.
He just thinks that just because I'm not having sex with him,
Listen,
so he thinks that
the source that I got this from,
else.
believe me, she's still having sex with her ex.
I don't know. Well, celibate or not, we sent them both out with amazing sexy dates, and ultimately it was Latidra who got some action on her date.
Well, that kiss really steamed me bad, and it really showed me that I can't trust her, so I had to change her heart.
Change of heart. Well, Where are they now? Let's find out. Please welcome back to the show, Coy and Latidra. Hi, guys. Welcome back. Have a seat. Coy, good to see you. How you doing? Now, Latidra, you said you wanted to stay together, but Coy had a change of heart. What were you most angry about, though, with Coy?
Well, with Coy, I was so angry because with me having this little simple kiss on a date, he goes and has a change of heart just because of that. And meanwhile, he goes and kisses his date right in front of me. That was just so disrespectful.
Right. In fact, here's what exactly you're talking about. Let's look. There it is. Look at that. Here he comes. Wet one. Now, Coy, what ultimately happened with you in the date?
Well, you know, we went on a little date, and it was kind of, she's like the gold digging type of girl. And I feel like I had to drive a Mercedes to her house. I wasn't really trying to feel her.
So that didn't work out. Now, what about your dating life since then?
It's rough, man. You know, being a single man, and you know, in America, man, it's hard. It's real rough.
Things ain't good.
Not too good at all.
All right, Latidra, you were on your own at the end of that show. How was it for you?
It's fabulous. I'm having so much fun. I'm meeting new guys and everything. I'm having a great time.
You're out there having a good time. And Coy, you're sitting in your head like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
You don't believe her? Not at all.
Not
now,
at all.
Coy, I understand there's another reason actually for you coming here today. Tell us about that.
Well, she wants me back, man. That's just the bottom line. She wants me back. No question about it.
Now, why do you think that?
Well, you know, last night we had some drinks in the hotel, you know, sipping on some little margaritas, and she's looking at me like she wants to eat me alive. You know what I'm saying?
Now, Coy, would you totally be into that if she agreed?
Yeah, no question. I would love to.
Okay, now, Latidra, I want you to hold your thoughts because next we're actually going to give you a chance to talk to Coy, and then you can even tell him that if you'd like to try again or say no thanks, okay? Now, plus when we come back, we're going to find out why these three beautiful women are waiting backstage. Stay tuned. We've been catching you up on some of your favorite change of heart couples, and we're back with Coy and Latidra. Now, Coy broke up with Latidra on our show last year, and he says he's sure she still wants him back. He says he's ready to try again, but the question is, does she want to try again, or will she say no thanks? Now, Coy, we know the dating scene has been a little rough for you, so if things don't work out here with Latidra, we want to actually give you some hope, okay? Now, here comes your hope, so take a look at this.
All right.
Yes, here we go. Now, if Latidra kisses you off, you may actually be kissing one of these three women. I want to say hello to Senye, also Monique, and Tammy. Hi, guys. So what'll happen is it will send you out on a date with one of these girls of your choice if Latidra blows you off, okay? All right, now hang on a second here. Hang on. Latidra, let me start with you here because he says he wants you back and he's pretty confident that that's what you want. But on the last show, he's the guy that had the change of heart and you wanted to stay together. Right. Now it's all on you. You can say, try again or no thanks. What do you say?
Well, I think Coy was then, and you know, I'm having fun, so no thanks.
Boom! No thanks. Not good. All right, Coy, well, there is some hope. Now, I want you to pick somebody right out of the crowd there next to you because you're going to go on a date right this very second. We got a car waiting out there.
These ladies are all beautiful here,
yes.
But you're making this real hard.
Okay.
Can I have the three or?
No, you can only have one. He wants to take all three. All right. You take Monique? All right, very good. Now, you're going to say goodbye to Latidra. Good luck on your date. Yeah. And that is our show for today. Thanks to all our guests for sharing their experiences since appearing on our show the first time. I'm Chris Jagger. See you next time on Change of Heart. Coy and Monique went out after the show, and here's their update.
Hey, Change of Heart. How's it going? Listen, I really know how Latidra felt when I had a change of heart on the first show. I mean, I was really stunned, but it's all good. Me and Monique had a beautiful time. The date was incredible. She was very radiant, very sexy. We had a ball. Nice personality, had a beautiful time. Not to mention, she had a real nice tight butt. But I also realized too that, you know, wow, dates don't come like this more often, and it's hard to find people like that. And me and Monique, yes, we will be keeping in touch. Thanks, Change Your Heart. Keep you posted.